Hola, good to be back talking into the camera to you guys. I'm feeling called to say that it feels like we're in really pressurized times right now energetically. So a lot of you might be feeling a lot of pressure in your consciousness. And to me, it feels like it's this pressure on the human, the animal, body, self, whatever, to take the next step in evolution, whatever that means for you. I've been feeling it in my own life. Like I've been feeling this energy, like this pressurized energy. It's like making me take my next step in maturity. It's making me step more fully into my power as a divine being, you could say. And for a lot of us to take our next step in evolution, we have to let go of the old. We have to let go of maybe something very familiar and comfortable. Maybe for you that's an addiction or just some kind of pattern that drains you of your life force. A pattern that's heavy, that you know you've outgrown. And maybe now you're really being forced to, like I am, to surrender those old patterns and step into the new, to step into who you really are. Like right now, another way of saying this is like we're all having this pressure being put on us to start living out our soul's blueprint for this lifetime, to really start aligning with our soul's blueprint for this lifetime. And like I said, that could be so different for all of us. It's like, what does that mean for you? And so you might be facing heavy resistance to actually doing that. Extremely dense, contracted energies, like this, like gripping of the ego self, or you could say the animal self, the whatever ego consciousness, however you want to feel into it. You could feel so much resistance coming from that place to taking your next step. You could be meeting lots of fear and terror in your belly about starting to live in alignment with your soul's blueprint. And that's to be expected. Anytime we're taking the next step in our evolution, we're going to probably be challenged by the old self that wants control, that wants the familiar, because that feels safe, that feels comfortable. And to start aligning with your soul's blueprint, especially in these times with what's being asked of us, it probably isn't going to feel so safe to the egoic self at first. And it's going to be tempting to listen to that voice. But I think during these times, there's this opening and there's just more of an availability to start syncing up and listening to the voice of truth within us. And we all know that voice that says, go forward in the light, even if you're afraid. We all know that feeling of truth. And a lot of times living and abiding in truth is no picnic. There can be a lot of intensity there. It can feel like a fire. The ego self, like I said, could be screaming about it. But there is the support, like the universe wants to support you living your highest truth. It so badly wants you to step into your power, into your soul's blueprint. Because that's, and funny enough, paradoxically enough, that's where the support actually is. That's where the true safety really is. And so if you're like me, maybe you're stubborn and you want to hang on to the old for as long as you possibly can. There's been so many times on my path where I do that and I'm just dragged to the next rung of evolution, right? So sometimes we feel like we're an active participant in it and it goes a bit smoother, and other times we feel like we're just being drugged and that's okay. And maybe you're trying to be an active participant in it, but you still feel like you're being drugged, and that's totally normal too. So yeah, that's what's going on. We're in like a pressure cooker, like a collective pressure cooker right now. It can be very intense. The pressure cooker is like cooking out the old patterns and creating the space for the new to come in, whatever that is for you. But it can be really hard to go through. It can be really difficult for the psyche, for the animal body. So be gentle with yourself. and know that there's a greater power here. Like, what you really want on a soul level is alignment, even though it's scary, even though it feels unfamiliar, even though it's going to take you into the unknown in many ways. There's an effortless power when we're living in alignment that will carry the day for you. Like, you don't have to do this. You don't have to do it all yourself. It's like you can be in partnership with the divine. There's this great quote: you take one step to the divine and it takes 10x steps towards you. So there is this power, you could say the fabric of the universe, this power of your higher self, this power of the divine that will carry you through into your next step of evolution. It's just for you, just to have the willingness to take that step is the important part. And so that's what wanted to be shared today. Sending you guys so much love. We have our next group Thursday at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. This is part of me starting to align with my soul's blueprint a bit more, is hosting groups. Something I drag my feet on. And it was, for me, it was like the divine's like, you are hosting a group Thursday at 6 p.m., whether you like it or not. And of course, sometimes that's what it takes, is we just get to the point where the divine doesn't give us a choice anymore, but to step into who we're meant to be in this life. And it's been like that for me many times. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing those of you who sign up. Probably do a little meditation, some silence. I'll be looking forward to hearing from you guys and what you're experiencing, all that good stuff. And I've also posted 2 really awesome Patreon videos, if you will. One is all about finding my strength in overwhelming darkness, and the other one is about finding deeper faith and a deeper connection to God through integrating the energies of betrayal and abandonment. So if those resonate with you at all, if those feel interesting, there's a link to join the Patreon community below. Also, once you join the Patreon community, you gain access to our WhatsApp support group, where there are literally, it feels like, hundreds of messages coming through daily at this point. There's just a lot of connection, a lot of sharing, a lot of sharpening each other's swords is what it kind of feels like over there. A lot of refining, a lot of learning from each other, a lot of receiving and giving support. So it's been really amazing to witness what that space is turning into. So if that interests you, that is also accessible to you through joining the Patreon community. The pricing is as little as $11 a month, and it's a sliding scale. If you want to pay more, I also offer this thing where I'll co-create a video with you based on anything you're going through or any question you have. I'll make some special content for you. So lots of offerings over there. If you want to check that out, I will put a link in the description box and in the comments. Okay, that's it for now. So much love to you all, and may peace be with you. Namaste.